You're listening to Childcare Sights and Sounds, hosted by Dani Christine, presented by childcaresites.com.
Welcome back to Childcare Sights and Sounds. I'm your host, Dani Christine. It has been quite some time since I have posted an episode on this podcast, but I'm back. I thank you for your patience, those of you that have subscribed over the years and since we have posted an episode last year. I think it's been about 14 months of a break, but things have finally kind of settled down where I'm able to take some time to make some more content for you guys. And I'm happy to jump in with a new sort of format structure, get you updated on what's been going on in the lives of each of my centers and in my own life. This new format will most likely be me recording solo episodes on most occasions. However, I will try my best to have guests here and there, including Gigi. Gigi is not gone. She still works for my programs as the parent coordinator. It's just that I no longer live in Long Island, so I'm not easily accessible anymore to where she can come over at any time and record episodes with me. But I promise I still plan to give you valuable information in this podcast and keep you both entertained, inspired, motivated, and ready to make some changes in your childcare business or get that childcare business started. But more importantly, very honestly, and probably selfishly for myself, my goal with this podcast is to release some, sometimes I just want to talk to someone and get feedback from other people in the same position as me. So I have a large team. If you know, I have 4 childcare centers and about 50 employees. I run my childcare business with my dad, but I'm the one that does a lot of the administrative work and creating policies and enforcing them and creating procedures and all of those types of things. And I'm the one being reported to on a daily basis. It's not an easy position to be in, even when you have such a supportive team. So, and I notice from my clients who also run childcare businesses, because I do childcare business consulting, a lot of my clients, feel a sense of great responsibility, which it is to be a childcare business leader, but also as the owner, a sense of loneliness at times. So I want to be here sharing my experiences when I can and explaining, how I handle certain situations and have an outlet, I guess you can say, but also provide a safe space for other childcare business owners out there to share their experiences and bounce ideas off of one another and just form community, which I know I already have. Like, it's been the theme of this specific episode is 10 years in childcare. Throughout my 10 years of being a childcare entrepreneur, I have been very open and posted a lot on the internet about, my ideas and things I'm creating and our procedures and experiences. I've shared a lot on YouTube specifically. If you don't follow me on YouTube, go to youtube.com/Dani Christine and you will see from a decade ago me posting my experiences and how to start up. And yes, I do a lot of how to and give guidance and support, but I do also have certain videos that are just sharing. When the pandemic first started, I was even crying on the internet. So I really do value that safe space to connect with other childcare providers across the world. And I want to keep that going. Sometimes I don't have the time, which is why I often or have taken, long breaks because of what may be going on in the business. I take long breaks, but once I get back into it and I get remotivated and re-inspired to create content, I'm here and you've got me. So that's where I am right now. As far as the podcast episodes, this one and the future, my plan is right now to post the full length of these podcast episodes on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your audio only podcast. The full length episode will always be on podcast streaming platforms. However, you may see certain clips of segments of the podcast on my YouTube channel or Instagram at Dani Christine Consulting or at Childcare Sites. I may post clips here and there, but the full entire episode is going to be audio only. If you want the information, if you want the content, that's just the easiest way to go about it. For now, maybe that'll change in the future. It has before, but in this season of me creating these podcast episodes, audio only is the easiest way to get it out there. And I don't know about you, but I love audio only podcasts. I listen to a dozen of them when I'm cooking, cleaning, in the shower, when I'm driving. I'm listening to podcasts more than I am listening to music, to be honest. If you are like me in that way, then you will continue. You can enjoy my podcast posts as well. As far as YouTube is concerned, I do plan to post regular YouTube videos on there that are more of like a how-to or, giving guidance or instructions. That sort of informational, educational content will be on YouTube, whereas my podcast episodes will be more informal, less scripted, sharing my experiences. Does that make sense? Are you with me? Okay. So now I want to shift into the segment of the podcast that I'm considering and calling as real talk, like the bulk of the episode. I want to discuss in today's episode the 10 years that it has been.
Please head on over to your favorite podcast streaming platform to listen to the remainder of this episode. You can find Childcare Sights and Sounds on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Listen in and be sure to scroll down to the rate and review section to leave your feedback. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next episode.